Morning everyone. My name is Sean Giblin. I'm Managing Director and one of the founders of Cylon Controls. What I'm going to do this morning is really just give you initially an overview video on what we do today, and then a run through how we developed from a campus company spin out as an undergraduate project in UCD in 1985, 27 years ago, and just some of the milestones we've gone through, some of the learnings we've gone through, and some of the interactions we've done with the university sector in Ireland, and some of the successes that we've had out of that.
Cylon Active Energy uses cloud-based technology. This offers us two huge benefits. One is that we're able to centrally monitor and manage buildings all over the world from our Energy Bureau here in Clonshaugh. And two is that it allows us to deliver energy features to our customers really fast. Typically we deliver new features every 4 to 6 weeks, and these are really interesting, innovative features. So one of the key features I'd like to talk to you about is our online chat feature, which was recently launched. This allows our customers to talk directly to their energy manager to ask about new features they may have seen on Active Energy, but also about their energy consumption if they're concerned whether they're overspending on energy. The second feature I'd like to talk to you about is our alarm feature. Our alarm feature notifies our customers in two ways. One is via email, and the second is using social media, where we use Twitter private feeds to send alarms directly through to customers' smartphones. This allows engineers to be more effective on the ground in delivering energy efficiency measures in their buildings. Welcome to our Energy Bureau. This is where we manage buildings all over the world. We set this bureau up 2.5 years ago to deliver energy savings to our customers, and we currently have customers in Ireland, the UK, Spain and the US. Our energy engineers are here monitoring and managing customer sites in order to deliver savings for our customers, and we typically aim for a payback period of less than 2 years. To date, we've achieved paybacks between 4 weeks and 18 months, and our customers are quite happy.
The green screen shows children that if they save energy by switching off lights and taking computers off standby, it means the same as not using cars so often or planting thousands of trees to absorb CO2.
It does work. Using energy efficiently is about delivering the same service or the same solution using less energy. So it's not about sacrificing anything in terms of lifestyle, it's just about making intelligent choices about how we use the resources that we have.
Since concepts like green screen have come in and helped our strategy for reducing costs, we're looking to probably save around £12,000 alone this and next financial year. So in real terms, we're looking to possibly appoint a new member of staff.
Cylon has also provided the school with an intelligent computer. One of the things it does is monitor the weather and decide when to come on in the morning to get the school up to temperature and when to switch off in the afternoon. It saved thousands of pounds.
It's a system that we've chosen for Blackpool. We've probably got something like 50 sites, corporate buildings and schools within Blackpool at the moment. The system itself has got a communication module that computes direct to our engineer's desk, so we can dial into these sites, and if the school reports a problem, we can look straight away and perhaps see what it is, whether it's electrical, whether it's gas, and send the right engineer to correct it. So it's...
My name is Donald McGowan and I'm head of the Energy Unit, which is part of UCD Buildings and Services Department. Well, actually, Cylon started in UCD, I think originally as a postgraduate project and developed into a small company. Over the last 25 years, we've had basically the whole campus controlled by Cylon BMS, and that would have delivered savings of the order of, well, it's certainly in the case of UCD over €1 million. And the sort of information you see behind me is the sort of information which is available from Active Energy. That's web-based, real-time information on consumption and consumption profiles throughout the day. So this is really a powerful tool for people who are managing energy, and what we're using the web-based interface as a way for building managers on the campus to have access and information about their energy use, because information is key to the whole thing. If you don't know what you're using, obviously it's very hard to control it. we're very excited about the future. There's a lot of development taking place on the campus. It's continuous, and the Cylon system would really be very central to that, because it's, you know, the use of intelligent controls and technology to achieve smarter operation. So this will cut across right across all aspects of our operations in the future.
So that was just a brief overview of what we do today. How did we get there? How did we get to this point, and where did we start? And what I'm going to roll back to is 1984. We started the idea as part of an IDA Student Enterprise Award scheme. That was a competition we entered in third year in college, and then it was taken as a final year UCD engineering project. We would have blown the budget for final year projects. We went over by 300%. We spent £150 developing the first control system. We then moved to raise funds and secure facilities for a startup. And UCD was absolutely crucial in that. They provided facilities. They also provided the initial seed funding for the business. They saw an opportunity in terms of what they had in their building estate and what the technology could provide in terms of that. We also got support from the IDA at the time. Before Enterprise Ireland, the IDA were the people who were actually doing the support. And we got a research and development grant. So really a key part of where university, IDA, and some family and friends came together to finance the business. So the company was formed in October 1985 by 3 engineers. And the first product that we produced as a final year project, and this picture was with my supervisor, taken last year with Generation 0, completely unique, one-off, only one ever produced, was retrieved from the building when we had suitably progressed the technology, the very first Cylon building control system. So the company spent 2 years developing the technology in UCD, actually in Marion Street, in the basement of Marion Street, when the College of Engineering was there before it moved to the campus in Belfield. And we developed a commercial product in that period. And again, we had to raise funding. We raised it from BES funding and IDA funding. But what we were continually using was university facilities. The university was providing the resources, it was providing some of the expertise, it was providing the equipment that we needed at that time. And then in 1987, we moved out of the university into our first premises, which was at the back of a house in Donnybrook. But what we had developed was part of what I would call our ecosystem with the university. We'd been founded there, we had close links with the engineering department, but we also had close links with the buildings office as a mentor and reference customer. And we started to deploy what was our first commercial product, which was a CC200 System 2100 series product, which was sold in Ireland and the UK. And again, this was probably still very early in terms of product development. It was a product that was functionally right, but priced probably not right for the marketplace. So in 1990, we started redeveloping the product and developed a second generation product, the Unitron system, which was our really, I would say, first very much commercial version of the product range. And reduced production costs by between 70 and 80% for function as part of that. And that product has been the workhorse that has been the foundation of the company's success. As a company, we realized that we couldn't exist without exporting, so we had started very early going into the UK market. In 1993, we entered the German market on an OEM brand basis where we badged for someone else. And one of the things that we have done continually as a company is we've invested in research and development. So we've spent between 12 and 16% of turnover on research and development every year. And in 2003, we launched our next generation, our first generation of 32-bit controllers, which were really the controllers that were around internet, web, IP access. In 2009, we launched our fourth generation of controllers, which are around open protocols, because our business has moved, like the IT industry, into open protocols, where systems and products are designed to communicate in buildings, so that you can have a much more integrated facility in a building, that all your systems, your boiler systems, your chiller systems, your lighting systems are all linked in terms of a common IT platform. And in terms of the markets then, in terms of what we did as a company in terms of entering the markets, we entered the European markets from 93 to 97. We then entered the US market in a small way in 1997, which has actually been a footprint that we've now leveraged in 2009 to expand in the US. We entered the Far Eastern markets and the Middle Eastern markets then between 98 and 2000. What we also did as a company in 2009, and that's alluding back to, or referring back to the video, we realized that the products as such were getting commoditized, and that we needed to offer a service around the products. So we've built an Active Energy cloud-based service. So we sell a product plus a service, and the service is designed to deliver the savings that the product is capable of delivering. What has worked well for us over the years is what I would call a light touch collaborative arrangement with the university, with UCD. And even at the very beginning, when we started out, I remember when we were designing and we needed some equipment, UCD didn't have it, but actually Trinity had the equipment, so we used the equipment in Trinity. So, but it was all on a very collaborative basis that we did it. We've also been involved in a number of research projects where we have been involved and given real-world building experience and building application experience to research projects in UCD and also in UCC on an ITOBO project. And we've also been involved for a good number of years in the Electricity Research Centre in UCD in terms of the smart grid and energy efficiency and renewables. And what it has meant for us, that ecosystem is both collaborative, where the university helps us, we can help the university, but also helps us in terms of the university has networks of people that they interact with that are broader than our network. So we've had relationships that we've been able to build in the US out of relationships we have in UCD. So what has worked well with the university is an ongoing mentor-customer. And I think there are examples in the States of the likes of Google and Cisco, which spun out of Stanford, where there's an ongoing engagement with the university as a reference customer, as a mentor customer, and that has worked very well. Continued investment in development, that is something that we have as a philosophy. Coming from a research background, we've continued that philosophy. The pitfalls is you put a group of engineers together and you start a business. What are they good at? Inventing stuff and developing stuff, maybe not so good in the sales and marketing. We learnt that lesson. We probably could have learnt it a bit earlier, but we learnt that lesson more than a decade ago about shifting the focus to the sales and marketing. No matter what technology you have, it's about how you sell and market it is what's going to give you the return on investment on the development. Taking tough decisions when things are going well. That's one of the lessons, one of the hardest things to do. Take a tough investment decision, take a tough resource decision, take a tough HR decision when things are going well. It's easy to take tough decisions when things are going badly. It's much easier, but it's much more productive and much more useful, and it's a lesson that we've learned, but it's a very hard lesson to apply when things are going well, to change stuff to make it better. The other thing that we learned was you have to bring in talent to grow a business. You have to bring in experience that you don't have or that the founders don't have. That is a critical part of growing and scaling a business. But I think where we are as a company now in terms of a space with the universities, we have a very good collaborative approach with a number of colleges. We have the confidence in terms of just being able to pick up the phone if we want to find out something or we want to liaise with someone. I think that's a very good kind of space for us as an SME company to be in, to have the support of the universities and to have that sort of collaborative arrangement. And it's certainly probably an ecosystem that would be a good objective to grow towards, and certainly from some of the speakers this morning, that seems to be the drive for the colleges to grow, to move in that direction as well. Okay, thank you very much.